welcome back to my channel. This week I am 26 weeks pregnant. To start this video off, I want to update everyone on my glucose test. Those of you who watched last week, I did mention that I failed my 1 hour glucose test, which I was really sad about because I hate it. I hate that test more than anything. I dread it, and to know that I failed it, I was really bummed out. So what they did is they had to order me new labs, and I had to go in for another testing, and it was pretty much the same thing. Those of you who have not had to go back, if you haven't failed a glucose test before, they just gave me the same drink. The only difference though is they make you fast, so you can't eat anything from like the night before until the whole test is over with. So they do that, they have you drink the drink, and then they have you stay there at the hospital for the 3 hours, and within those 3 hours they take your blood 4 times. So they're just monitoring your blood sugar and all that, and to me it was miserable. I hated it just as much as the 1 hour, if not more. I don't know what it is. When I was younger, I loved getting shots. I was that weird kid who was like, I don't mind. Never cried anything. Now that I'm an adult, I dread it, and I am terrified. I get myself worked up. I cry. It's bad. But I am so thankful. The next day got a phone call from the nurse there stating that I was out of any concerns with gestational diabetes, that I do not have it. And so I don't know if I may have eaten something that kind of threw off that first 1 hour test or what it was, but my 3 hour, it's completely fine, and I am so thankful and so blessed I do not have gestational diabetes. So moving forward, I just wanted to get you guys updated on that. But moving forward into this week's symptoms, I feel like I just have a few new ones, I guess. Well, I kind of actually think that they're old symptoms that are coming back, which is really unfortunate. But the beginning of my pregnancy, I started off this pregnancy super emotional and sad and irritable and annoyed, and it was bad. It was like the worst start to a pregnancy for my 3 kiddos. But it went away going into my 2nd trimester, and for some reason it hit me this week again, and I don't know if it was due to the pregnancy or I don't know, but I'm probably not the best person to be around lately, and I feel really bad even saying this. Just makes me feel like a bad person. But I don't like to be around anyone this week. I didn't want to talk to anyone this week. I am annoyed by everything and everyone this week for no reason. It's like not anyone but myself. But I don't know. I don't know if it's just how tired I am. Those of you who do know me personally know that I'm in the process of moving. So I don't know. Maybe it's just everything stacking up on top of each other that's just coming out now, my irritability and just exhaustion. But either way, I want it to stop. I'm sure everyone wants it to stop. Anyone who is around me, even myself, I don't even like to be around myself right now because I'm just so cranky. So that's the one that I kind of feel like is coming back from the past of my pregnancy. So hopefully that goes away. Like I said, I just lost all my energy. I had all this energy that I regained, and it's just right out the window again. So I don't know. But going on from those symptoms, I also have had TMI. I've had to pee constantly, all day, every day. Just constantly need to go pee, and it is annoying, but I'll take it, whatever. It's better than my emotions. But yeah, I've had to pee constantly, and I've kind of had that symptom for a couple weeks now, but this week it's really noticeable in times 10. I will be sitting there completely fine, and the moment I stand up, I don't know if it's the way the baby is sitting or laying or however he's positioned in there, that he's maybe sitting on my bladder. Because yeah, the moment that I stand up, I need to like dart towards the nearest bathroom because I will pee myself. So that's, like I said, annoying, but tolerable. I could totally put up with that. It's fine. And then the only other new symptom I'm having this week is anxiety. Let me clear this up. I always have anxiety. I was actually diagnosed a couple years ago with severe anxiety, but I feel like it's gotten a lot better through the last couple years. But anxiety on labor, it is, I don't know why this week. I don't know if it's because I'm so close to my 3rd trimester or what it is. I don't know. But I have the worst anxiety about labor again, and I still have a ways to go. I have 14 weeks to go, so this shouldn't even be in my mind yet, but it is. I'm anxious about it, and I'm scared about it, and I've been freaking myself out about it, and I don't know. I honestly think I just have bad anxiety. I'm sure every mama has anxiety when it comes to going into labor, but with my last 2 girls, I had back labor. I don't know what a normal stomach contraction feels like that people talk about. I only have back contractions. I don't know what it is that causes that. I know when I had Cecilia, my oldest, my midwife had said that the reason I had back labor with her is that she came out sunny side up. So she actually came out with like a huge bruise on her head. She came up sunny side up. But I don't know with Riley if she came out sunny side up or not. Just the way, I could probably do some videos for you guys if you're interested on my labor and deliveries with both of my girls. But with Riley, just a quick explanation as to why I don't know how she came out is I gave birth in the water, and I shot up, I stood up, and she just came out, and it was just so quick. My husband caught her barely. So I don't really know how she came out, or if she did come sunny side up, or what that was. But I do remember my midwife saying that that's why I had back labor with Cecilia, because of our 2 spines rubbing together, I guess, and that's what causes that. But all I know is back labor is awful. It is so bad, and I'm sure, I don't doubt that normal stomach labor is any easier. Like, I know it's probably just as hard, but to me, the only way that I can explain back labor or back contractions is it just feels like your spine is breaking. Like, if this were my spine, it feels like it breaks from the bottom and just rips in half, and it is the worst feeling in the world. With both of my girls, I had 2 natural births. I didn't take any epidural, or wasn't hooked up to any machines or anything like that. My midwives were awesome. They just let me do whatever I needed to do. But yeah, it's just awful. It's just so scary to think that I could have back labor again. And with Riley, my last one, I actually remember thinking after giving birth to her that my labor hurt so bad with her that I was like, I don't think I need any more kiddos, which I'm so happy and so blessed. I wanted this baby so bad. But back when Riley was born, I remember being like, I don't think I can do it again because it hurt so bad. And with Riley, I was actually screaming, my back is broken, it's broken, it's broken. And I just felt like everyone in the room was ignoring me, except for my sister, Alyssa. She was like, her back's breaking. Why isn't anyone doing anything? But I legitimately thought that. I wasn't exaggerating. I wasn't being dramatic. I legitimately felt like my back broke. And to this day, I've always had joint problems growing up. But since Riley was born, my hips pop out all the time and my back pops out all the time, and I could be wrong. I'm not a doctor. I haven't asked my doctors about it, but I honestly think it kind of stems back from my birth. I don't know how that all happened. I don't know why my back felt like, I know it was contractions, but it was so bad. And thinking now that I could possibly have back labor again, it is terrifying. Again, I'm not downgrading normal labor. I'm sure it's just as worse, if not worse. But to me, like, back contractions just scare me. They terrify me. So I'm like praying and hoping that I just have a normal stomach labor, even if it's just to experience it. I don't want to experience back labor ever again, but I'm sure that I will. I don't know why I am that mom who just gets back labor after back labor, but hopefully it's different this time. So other than that, that's just a new symptom and a random symptom of having labor anxiety. But I will go into, again, I can make videos on labor and deliveries with my daughters. I don't know, I traumatized myself. But moving forward, we'll get into Jet, the baby. So Jet should still be around 1 to 2 pounds. And my app says that this week he is a papaya. And, which I think this is so interesting, I had read on there that this week he had developed his eyelashes, which from the moment I find out I am pregnant, I have a baby in my belly. I never think differently. It is a human, it is a being, like, it is a baby in my belly. But reading today that he has eyelashes now blew my mind. And I talk to my husband about this all the time. I'll be sitting there and we'll think, how crazy and how amazing is it that I have a human being in my belly with toes and fingers and a brain and everything. It's just amazing to me. But to read he has eyelashes now, I don't know why it was just eyelashes, like, was the moment where I'm like, holy cow, like, there is a baby in my belly. And so I just thought that was really interesting that he has his eyelashes this week. I probably sound really silly, but it's really cute. So there's that, and he's still moving, he's still kicking and rolling, and they're getting harder and harder, which is awesome. I love it. And I don't remember when my last midwife appointment was, but I know my next one is coming up in the next couple weeks, so I can get his like heart rate and everything like that. This last appointment, I believe that his heart rate was 155. So he's doing really good. He seems to be a perfect, healthy little boy. He feels really heavy. He feels like a big boy. But other than that, I think that's it for this week. So I can go ahead and show you. So here is the 26-week belly. Still really big. Baby number 3, I know I look huge, but that is the belly. And I'll show you guys the bare belly, so be prepared. But there it is. And another thing that's happened this week, I guess, is my belly button's coming out again. I still don't have stretch marks. I have one, if you guys can see it, where my belly button ring used to be. I haven't had a belly button ring in years, since I got pregnant with Cecilia. But from my belly button ring down to my belly is where I got that stretch mark. I'm sure I'll probably get more this pregnancy just because of how big I am like this time. But there it is.